Shalom, all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles that rule well and the elders. And peace and blessings to us out there that's doing his work for Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Um, brother, one of the brothers in the camp sent me a screenshot of this comic right here. Like Boxing 206. It was directed towards the brother Shalmoth Ba. So Yashawan, but I tried warn y'all that your errors was on some Cointelpro shit. Now this same cat is about to expose what I already warned y'all about, shaking my head. And that made me think, first off, this dude came out of nowhere. Who the fuck is this guy, right? That's what I was thinking. And secondly, by him bringing this up right here, or saying this is actually a method of the Cointel program. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to read briefly about, what the Cointel program is. And I'm going to really just emphasize on the methods of the Cointel program and show you guys, the brothers out there, you brothers out there, and some of you Agwath, that's watching, what particular method, this this cat right here is using. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, we know that he's just using deceit, which is, the methods of the so-called white man, right? So, we're not gonna get caught up in the words. I'm gonna briefly bring this out and get to the scriptures, okay? So this is the Cointelpro. The Cointelpro was a series of covert and at times illegal projects conducted by the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI) aimed at surveilling, infiltrating, discrediting, and disrupting domestic political organizations. And as you can see here, it was really aimed towards Jake. It was toward they used it during the civil rights movement, the Black Power movement, they use it in the Black Panthers movement. They use these different methods, man, to basically infiltrate and disrupt, organizations that they deemed as threats, right? That's why they have us on the Megiddo project, and calling us the BHI, the Black Hebrew Israelites. And now you're seeing that more and more. You're seeing more and more pages on YouTube aimed at discrediting, the truth, But this is the left-hand power that we're dealing with, Akyam. So let's go to the methods. I'm gonna read just two of the methods, which is infiltration and psychological warfare. Okay, so infiltration: agents and informers do not merely spy on political activists. Their main purpose was to discredit and disrupt. Their very presence served to undermine trust and scare off potential supporters. You see that? And so somebody who's simple is going to see something like this, and they're going to be scared. You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so. Because it's not for the faint-hearted. You look at that word faint-hearted. It means faint means weak, and heart, and the Hebrew means la'ab. You know what I'm saying? So it's not for the weak-minded. You know what I'm saying? So they're using these methods to they're gonna use these methods to scare people off and also discredit. You know what I'm saying? The organization. Really, it's not about an organization. What these people don't know or understand, and I'm alluding to Edomites, they don't understand that this is about, the truth. You know what I mean? This is about Yahweh by Hashem Yahshua against wickedness, man. They're not gonna be able to infiltrate the truth, but a lot of people are gonna turn in that day, and a lot of people are gonna be scared, and a lot of people are gonna quit. The FBI, so this is back to infiltration. The FBI and police exploited this fear to smear genuine activists as agents. You see that? Y'all check this out. Isn't this what this dude is doing? He's smearing, true the true man of the Lord and calling them agents, calling the elders the elders are on y'all. That's why I tried to warn y'all that your elders was on some Cointelpro shit. You see that? Just smear campaigns, man. Trying to you know uh scatter the flock, scatter the sheep. Psychological warfare. The FBI and police use morale dirty tricks to undermine progressive movements. They planted false media stories and published bogus leaflets and other publications in the name of targeted groups. They forge correspondence, say anonymous letters, you see, anonymous letters and shit, and made anonymous telephone calls. They spread misinformation by meeting about meetings and events, setting up pseudo movements. That's where you get ISUPK, IUIC. You know what I'm saying? Got that these are pseudo movements for the truth. They're in league with the so-called white man. How do we know that? Was they have a 501c3 in which they don't have the legal right to publish the truth. That's why you got IUIC saying that so-called the name doesn't matter. You could call Yahushua Jesus. You could call the Most High Yo Play Yogurt. Black Christ matters. Burning the white the image of Cesare Borgia, which is the image of white Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That's where you got IUIC, or excuse me, ISUPK. They're all about black people, calling themselves black. You know what I'm saying? All these are pseudo movements ran by the government. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to it. They spread misinformation and about meetings and events, set up pseudo movement groups run by government agents, and manipulate or strong on parents, employers, landlords, school officials, and others to cause trouble for activists, which we're going to see that soon. The so-called white man is gearing up to clamp down on us, and it's so profound because we're doing it. We're saying everything. We're telling these people what they're going to do to us. You know what I'm saying? That's prophecy. They use bad jacketing to create suspicion about targeted activists, sometimes with lethal consequences. Now, I want to look up that word, bad jacketing. Bad jacketing is the practice of creating suspicion through the spreading of rumors, manufacture of evidence, etc., that bona fide organizational members, usually in key positions. You see, key positions. That's why they're always saying that you have somebody randomly getting on the comic boys saying, oh, the elders are taking money. The elders are doing this. The elders are doing that. You never heard of this dude before. Never seen this dude before. But they get on here and they say, oh, the elders are on some Cointelpro shit. Now y'all about to be exposed. Why they doing that? Well, they're doing that to trying to break up the truth. But they don't understand it's bigger than us, man. It's bigger than, what we believe in. Not necessarily what we believe in, but, ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than us. This is about Yahweh Shem Yahushua's work, not us. So let's get back to it. Bad jacketing is the practice of creating suspicion through the spreading of rumors, manufacture of evidence, etc., that bona fide organizational members, usually in key positions, are FBI informers, guilty of such offenses as skimming organization funds. You see that? Oh, y'all being hustled by the elders, man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't nothing but hustling y'all. You know, these are the tactics that the wicked use, man. So let's get to these scriptures, which is what's important, you heard me? And I ain't gonna exit out the one that I really wanted. Y'all bear with me right quick, brothers, because I made a little mistake, but you know, we're gonna rock with it. This is Psalms 64, and I'm starting at 2. At 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword. When you look up that word wet, it means sharpen. Shanan. To sharpen, wet, to wet, sharpen, to sharpen, teach. You to be pierced, you know. So this is what they're doing, man. They're wetting their tongue as a sword, man. They're sharpening their tongue as a sword, you know, to discredit us, man. And what are they using? When they're using niggas, you know what I'm saying? They're using informants, you know. They're using agents, cats like this, you know, to get on here and basically discredit the truth, man. Verse 4. They verse 3, who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune up lanes. They commune up lanes snares privily. They say, who shall see me? And that's right. The so-called white man has so many avenues in which he could publish his wickedness, man, that he doesn't think that the Most High sees that. You know what I'm saying? He thinks that the Most High, you know, that they're gonna get away with all the wickedness that they have done, man, because they got everybody in their hands, man. That's why this warfare of ours isn't carnal, Archeon. There's nothing we could do carnally to fight against the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? What we have to rely on is his spirit, and that's what the so-called white man can't touch. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be able to stop the truth, man. And the truth of the matter is, your kingdom is falling. You know, now you're gonna make steps to hold on to your kingdom, but guess what? It's over, bro. It's over. Verse 6. They search out iniquities. You see that? They accomplish a diligent search, but the inward thought of every one of them in the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that see them shall flee away. Hey, that's what we see now. We know what the white man is doing, man. Which is you know what I'm saying? Look, his tongue is falling on itself, bro. We see you, man. We see what you're doing, man. You're not doing anything new. You know what I'm saying? We're starting to figure out now the left-hand power it's really doesn't have any it doesn't have any power like we think it does, man. You know? It's over, bro. You and your people are going down, man. And all you niggas out with the so-called white man that are engaged in these these wicked devices, you know, you're going down too, man. It's over. You know? The Most High has sanctified us with the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? He's purging us, man. And the truth is always going to defeat the lie. Defeat a lie. You know? Let me go down and get this last one and get out y'all brothers' way, man. Because I don't want to make this long. You know, and this is for the cats out there that are falling out because of, you know, little things like this. You know, you had cats that done that before. Case in point, you had your boy Azar. the Haitian priest, you know, he was on the counter board seeing stuff like this and disenfranchised. It fell out. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna see more than that, man. We're gonna see more of that. We're gonna see people that are tired of the truth, and so they're gonna use little things like this as scapegoats. Well, the elders they do be taking collections, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. You know, I don't know. They do be getting a lot of money, bro. Don't know nothing about the elders. Don't know the truth of the matter. But you know what? The simple believe every word, like the scriptures I'm about to get to. This is Proverbs 14 and 15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. That's right, man. I want to look up this word simple right quick. This is pataya. Pataya. Simple. Simplicity. Navite. And if you look up that word navite, it means the quality or state of being naive, natural or artless simplicity, a naive action, remark, etc. And that's, you know, people that like the understanding of the scriptures, man. So you're gonna have a lot of people that are simple, that are naive, that are gonna be listening to, you know, these scoffers comments, man. You're gonna be drawn away, you know. Simple, foolish, open-minded. That's right. Cats that are not rooted in these scriptures, man. Open-minded to folly and different doctrines are gonna fall out, man. You know. So with that being said, all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles that rule well, and peace and blessings to you brothers out there that's kicking His word in sincerity and truth. Shalom.